Good morning. I haven't been here and I don't even know when the last time I was on live, but I am back. I've been gone from Florida for 3.5 months, and it turned out streaming and teaching classes on Zoom from all the places I was traveling wasn't working out. So now I'm back to having excellent internet, so I can do this, and I am so happy to be back with all of you, with my yoga practice. I got to see some of you live at our yoga retreat at the farm, and that was wonderful. I appreciate all of you who showed up. It was on mindfulness. We got to be silly and laugh and do art projects. So as usual, I thought we'd start today by settling in, arriving, taking this time to quiet the mind, to let your eyes close if that's comfortable. And begin to follow that breath that's always there for us, to ground us, to remind us that we're right here, right now. So as your bubbling thoughts, that busy mind tries to pull you away, keep coming back again and again to this next breath. The simple practice of being present for our lives is the way we bring in more joy, become more alive, and are more easily able to flow through the ups and downs. As you sit here and breathe, I wanted to share with you a reading that I read this morning, October 7th, for Meditations for Women Who Do Too Much. Maybe already relate to that title of the busyness of the doing. This one's called Being Present to the Moment. Miracles are unexpected joys, surprising coincidences, unexplainable experiences, astonishing beauties. Absolutely anything that happens in the course of my day, except that at this moment, I'm able to recognize its special value. That's by Judith Knowlton. The words that follow are, miracles are constantly occurring around us. Serendipities abound in daily life. The issue is not that these miracles are absent. The issue is that often we are absent. We are standing on a hill of diamonds, and we are looking for the gold mine beyond the next ridge. As we reclaim ourselves, we begin to notice the extraordinariness of the ordinary. We quit thinking about being present, and we start doing it. Thank goodness I've walked in circles long enough to wear the soles of my shoes so thin that the diamonds on which I stand can now get my attention. The diamonds on which we stand. That art of savoring these diamonds, these small moments, these everyday miracles. A few more breaths and we'll begin our practice. Let's breathe together. We inhale and exhale. 2 more times. We inhale and exhale. with this next breath, we open our eyes and lift our arms to the sky on the inhale. And on the exhale, we bring them both down. Again, we inhale, hands up, palms face each other. But this time, on the exhale, we bring the elbows down and cactus arms, pulling the shoulder blades together and facing the palms forward. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. Let's inhale here, and exhale, bring the hands forward and palms facing each other as we open our shoulder blades behind us. So again, inhale the cactus arms, nose looks up. Exhale, we round. Palms face each other, round the back. Inhale, open, and round. Find your own rhythm for a couple more. Making the sound of your breath so you can hear it. Meet me in cactus arms, and then hands to knees. Nice job. Roll over your knees and find yourself in all fours. We'll go ahead with that same pattern. Inhale, nose and tailbone up. Belly drops, exhale, round the back. Inhale, up. Exhale, round. Inhale, up. Exhale, round. Inhale, up. And exhale, child's pose. Forehead to the earth. Inhale, up, all fours. Exhale, round. Forehead to the earth, hips back. Again, inhale, up. Exhale, round, hips back, and hold in child's pose. Walk those fingertips forward as we open the shoulder blades. Letting our chest melt toward the floor. Walk those fingertips a little bit more forward to really get a nice stretch. And then come up back to all fours. Inhale, look up. Exhale, tuck the toes and bring our belly toward our thighs for downward dog. Go ahead and feel your way into your downward dog, pedaling one heel down and the other, bending and straightening the legs, pushing into the palms and the bases of the fingers, and dropping the head and shaking out your head between your arms. One more breath here. Then next inhale, look up between your thumbs and walk your feet to that spot. Slight bend in the knees, big toes together, heels slightly apart as you drop your head, rock your hips, stretch out your hamstrings. Really taking the time to feel the back of your legs, maybe a little bend and stretch and wiggle the hips, shake out the head, nodding yes and no. Letting the weight of your head stretch those hamstrings. Inhale up halfway, a flat back, reaching the chest forward, tailbone back. Exhale back to forward fold, and inhale all the way up. Fingertips touch. Exhale, hands to forehead, to lips, to heart. exhale, we're going to walk, step, or jump back to that first plank. And hold. Feeling our strength. Knowing we can always put our knees down. Shift that weight forward. Coming on our toes. And lower down, belly to the earth. Release the tops of the feet, pressing the tops of your feet in. And inhale, roll up. Just a little baby cobra. And roll down. Let's do that 2 more times. Forehead touches the earth. And then peel it up. Using the strength of your back. And roll it down. Using your palms 1 more time. Inhale, roll up. And roll it on down. Come on up to all fours. Inhale, look up. Drop the belly. Exhale down to child's pose. And then looking forward from child's pose, bring the chest up, and you can come up into full up dog or cobra. And rolling over the toes, back to down dog. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to that spot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Fingertips touch. Forehead, mouth, heart, and drop the hands. Again, we inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk or step back. Holding plank. And drop the knees. Hips back for child pose. Forehead touches. Slide on through for up dog or cobra. And then back to down dog. Taking the time to feel these beginning poses. And really noticing the stretch and the strength. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Fingertips touch and forehead. Sliding down nose, mouth, heart, and hands to the side. 1 more time like that. Hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk, step, or jump back to plank. Hold. Dropping knees, hips back, forehead touches, stretch out those shoulders, slide it on through, and come on up to up dog. Roll over those toes, and meet me in down dog. Lifting all 10 toes and then setting them down. Reach those hips back and try to push the weight into the heels. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Inhale, look up, walk, step or jump. Inhale, halfway. This time though, lower forward fold and then bend the knees and come up to chair. Again, shift the weight back into the heels. Lift all 10 toes. Set them down and then slightly tuck that tail. As we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk, step, or jump back to the plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lifting right foot to the sky. Feeling the power of 3-legged dog. Stretching up through that heel. And then bringing that right foot to the top of the mat. we come up for high lunge. In high lunge, let's go ahead and cactus the arms. Inhale here, and exhale, hands come forward. Palms face each other around the back. Inhale up, exhale round, inhale up, and bring those hands back, both back up. Hands come down, step back, lower down, inhale up dog, exhale down dog. Left foot to the sky, holding, checking our position, toes point down, push out through that heel, bring that left foot up, and come on up to high lunge. Balancing on the ball of the right back foot, lower the hips, cactus the arms, inhale, look up, exhale round. Inhale, look up, exhale round. Inhale, look up, and then we lift the hands back up and back down. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Inhale, look up, exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway, exhale, forward fold, lower the hips, meet me in chair, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to forward fold, inhale, halfway, exhale, hands to the mat, walk, step, or jump back, lower down, inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. Moving forward, we inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, right foot top of the mat. We come on up for high lunge. Cactus the arms, just one time this time. Hands come forward. Back to cactusing the arms. Arms up, and then turn to warrior 2. First warrior 2, so check your positioning. Head, hips, shoulders all in line, knee tracking over middle toe, relax those shoulders, and feel the strength. Let's go ahead and straighten that right leg and bring both hands up, and then turn the right toes to parallel the left. Click the heels, and then come into cactus pose. This time, let's bring right elbow under left and intertwine the arms so they're like so. Holding for 5, 4, 3, lower those hips, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs, hands back up, and then back to warrior 2. Adjust your feet, check your position. Reverse that warrior, open up those side ribs, and then cartwheel the hands. Step back and lower down. Belly to earth, this time release the tops of your feet. Reach your hands back. Palms face up, and then we're going to roll up, lifting hands and feet. Pressing the belly into the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it back down. Hands come back up. Tuck the toes. Back through plank into downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Left foot to the sky. Left foot top of the mat. Meet me in high lunge. Lower the hips. Cactus the arms. Hands sweep forward. And back. Hands up. And then turning the hips to the side of the mat, we come into warrior two. Look over the left middle finger, lower the hips, feel the strength, the power. One more breath. Straighten that leg, reach the hands up, turn the feet forward, click the heels in, and come into goddess pose. From here, this time we bring left under right, bring the palms together, lower the hips, and reach the fingertips up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, hands come back up. Adjust the feet and meet me back in warrior two. This time we reverse the warrior. Big stretch. And then cartwheel the hands. Left foot steps back. Lower down. Belly to the earth. Release the tops of your feet. Reach the hands back. Palms up. And then we lift again. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Hands slide up. Right next to the ribs. Tuck the toes through plank to downward dog. Nice job. At this point, you should be starting to feel warmed up. Blood should be flowing. The big muscles are working. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk step or jump to that spot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Lower the hips, meet me in chair, tuck the tail. For 5, lower the hips. 4, into the heels. 3, 2, and 1. And back to forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. And exhale. Down dog. We're going to do that same pattern again. Right foot up. Right foot top of the mat. Up to high lunge. Cactus the arms. Hands come forward. Back to cactus. Hands come up to warrior two and hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten that leg. Turn to the side of the mat. Click the heels in. Come to goddess arms, right under left. Eagle arms, fingertips up, hips down. Tuck the tail for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, hands up, and back to warrior two. And then reverse the warrior. And cartwheel the hands so they're on either side of that right foot. Feel that stretch. And then step back. Lower all the way down. Hands back this time, pinky fingers up. Hands reach back, palms facing each other, heels lift. This time you can go ahead and grab those feet, the outsides of the feet, and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, up through plank, and back to downward dog. Lift that left foot, bring it to the top of the mat. High lunge, cactus the arms, hands reach forward, back to cactus, hands up, and we turn to that warrior two. Look over that left middle finger, feeling the power. For 5, 4, 3, 2, One, straighten that leg, hands come up, turn the feet, find yourself in goddess pose. Tuck the tail this time, left under right. Eagle arms, fingertips lift, palm press together for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Untwist, legs straighten, back to down, warrior 2. And then to reverse warrior. Cartwheel the arms. Feel that stretch there before you step back. Then step back, lower down, belly to the earth. One more time to strengthen this back. Hands reach back. And we lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's stack the forearms and rest the head on the stacked wrists. And breathe. Noticing the breath. Noticing the body. Becoming curious of where the breath moves the body. How the pressure of the earth, or our body on the earth, makes it easier to feel breath in different places than sitting. Allowing what is in this moment. Not fighting with reality of our thoughts, our emotional state, just allowing without necessarily attaching. With that curiosity, like, ah, yes, my planning mind. Ah, yes, sadness. No need to investigate, just allowing what is. Letting them move as if clouds moving through the sky. And with this, allowing for 3 more breaths. And then lifting the head, bringing our hands back by the ribs. Let's come through all 4s and take a minute after all that back work to undulate the spine. Do that slinky spine from the top of the head to the tip of the tail. No thought, just movement. Juicing up all the vertebrae, all the little joints between the vertebrae. Ah, perfect. From here, tuck our toes. Reach our hips back for downward dog, and then walk our feet forward to forward fold. This time we hook our big toes with our 2 peace fingers, elbows point out, like so. And feel that nice stretch again, taking the time to stretch out the back of the body. Can get really tight. from so many activities we do. One more little tug, then release and roll yourself up. Shoulder blades up last. Check out your arms. Loosen your shoulders up. Then we're going to bring our hands to our hips. Shifting your weight into your left foot. Come to the big toe of the right. Turn your knee out. And let's find our way to tree. Put your sole of your foot on the inside your thigh as high up as possible, remembering to adjust this as necessary, meaning you can keep your toe down or you can hold on to a wall or a chair. Once you get yourself situated, bring your hands to your heart and let's press our palms together. Embracing the moment, the wiggle. Maybe find yourself a focal point. Staying here a little bit longer. Then let's put our hands back on our hip. If possible, release the foot and bring the knee forward without touching it down. Letting the lower leg dangle. And then we're going to step back to high lunge. And then bring both hands up. Come to a warrior two. And now look at a spot 6 inches in front of your left toe. That's where our hand's going to go. If you have a block, that's a great place to put the block as we come into half moon. The hips are stacked, meaning the right hip is on top of the left. The right heel's reaching back. And then come back. Put the block there. Back to warrior two. Back to high lunge. And then let's step forward. We're going to do the other side now. I turn this way just so you can see better. Putting your weight into your right foot. Coming onto the big toe of the left foot. Turn the left knee out. And then come into tree pose on this side. Pressing hands together, finding a focal point, and we'll hold. Noticing one side may be easier or more challenging. It's usually due to the differences in leg strength and hip strength. Then if possible, we're going to bring our hands back to our hips, turn the knee back to the front, holding here with the shin dangly. Before we step the left foot back for a high lunge, hands up, and then turn to warrior two. And then again, maybe that block's already there. We're going to reach that right hand to the block or the floor, stacking hips. Left hand reaches up, left heel reaches back. I find the block helps me get to the right height for my body and feels more natural than touching the floor. It puts me at an angle it doesn't feel right. Holding the strength, balancing pose. And then when you're ready, step back to warrior two. Back to high lunge with the heel up. And then step forward. Well done. From here, we're going to bring our hands to our hips, stillness by finding a focal point, strengthening feet and ankles, and then lower. We'll do one more like that. Up, tippy toes, holding, and then down. Step your feet a little further than hip width apart, maybe to the edges of your mat. Turn your toes out, and then sliding your hands down your thighs. Lower all the way down so that your hips are between your heels. Your elbows are on the inside of your knees, and then bring your hands to prayer. Lift the crown of your head and tuck the tail. Finding breath. Opening hips. And let's stretch the fingertips forward and let the head drop. Opening the space between our shoulder blades. And then shifting back to bring the bottom to the earth. Go ahead and hook your big toes again. And let's kick our heels out for another balancing pose. Roll the shoulder blades down and back. Open the chest to the sky. And turn the nose and chin slightly up as you press out through your heels. Look forward as you bring the feet together and then slowly set them down. Toes lift up. Put a slight bend in your, well actually let's put a big bend in your knees. Put your belly on your thighs. Let's grab the outsides of the feet. And we're going to slowly slide the heels forward into forward fold as we drop our head and find the stretch. Now I'm careful. My legs aren't necessarily straightening because I can feel a really good stretch before I get all the way there. If you're really flexible, you can hook interlace your fingers and wrap them around your arches of your feet. Keep pulling those toes forward. Keep the belly on the thighs. And maybe eventually you do get to more of a folded over tortilla kind of position. A quesadilla position. I'm going to keep holding, taking the time to really feel into this deep stretch. And then walk our hands up. Well done. Let's bring that right knee up and then drop it out. So we are in the same position we just were for tree, pressing the sole of the foot into the inside of the thigh. Knee points out. See if you can get it at a 90 degree. Once you're there, bring your chest over this left leg, and then we're going to slide our hands down this left leg. And again, see where they go. And then we're going to hold this stretch. Slowly come on up, straighten the right leg. Actually, I want to get 2 blocks, so have 2 blocks. Put them on either side of you, because between sides, we're going to put our hands on those blocks and lift ourselves. So we just get a little strengthening in those arms. And then we're going to bring the left knee up, turn it out, find that right angle. Pressing the sole of the foot firmly in, and then turning the chest over this right leg. Slide the hands down. grab where you can grab and find the stretch. And slowly coming on back up. Stretch out the left leg to meet the right, lift, and lower. Let's bring this right foot back up. This time we're going to bring the pinky toe edge into the crease of the left leg. So a half lotus. And if you have the flexibility, you can stretch this right arm out, bring it behind the back, and see if you can grab this right big toe. Pulling that right shoulder down and back, and hooking the big toe. That is an option. And then we're going to slide forward in a forward fold. Stretching out those hips. Those tight, tight hips. Come on back up. Stretch out the right leg. Press into the blocks. Lift our hips and lower. Bring the left knee up. Again, pinky toe side of the foot in the hip crease. Knee points out, right toes up. Left arm stretches out, back and around to grab that big toe. Square off the shoulders and then slide the right hand down. You can slide both hands forward if that arm doesn't want to grab that big toe. And come on back up. Release the arm, release the leg, and lift the hips. Let's slide both knees up and drop them out. Those blocks are in the perfect place if you need to rest them on the blocks for butterfly legs or cobbler pose. Bring the heels as close to your pubic bone as possible. Lift the crown of your head, roll your shoulders down and back. Let's go ahead and interlace our fingers and hook the feet and pull those shoulders down even more as we look down at our toes. Feels really good to me. Nice shoulder stretch. Finding the breath. Long, tall spine. One more tug. Release the fingers and then walk those hands forward. You can grab one of your blocks to rest your forehead on, your chin on, or you can stack your palm. Whatever feels right. Stretching out those glutes, those hips, inner legs. And come on back up. Bring the knees together. Just to really get this stretch well, let's stretch out the left leg. Bring the right foot back to the outside of the right hip. really stretch out the top of that right quad. So, come on your forearms, your hands, or a block. And rest your hands wherever it feels right. You can always change which edge of the block you have back there, or use 2 blocks. Taking the time to feel the stretch. Stay with it for 3 more breaths. And then slowly come on back up. Long, tall spine, release, and thank that foot. Straighten the right leg, bring the left back. Heel by the outside of the left hip, and we're doing the same thing. Walk on back so we can stretch out the left quad. Three more breaths here. And when you're ready, come on back up. Tall spine, then release the foot. Thank it. Bend both knees. Move the block if there's a block behind you. And roll all the way down to your backs. Rock your hips side to side. Grab your knees and move them in circles to massage your back. And then place the heels by your hips or by your buttocks. Toes point forward. Bring your hands on the mat, palms down. Maybe they're down here by your heels. And then pushing into our feet, we're going to inhale, tuck the tail, and bring it up little by little, come all the way up to the top, pressing into the back of the arms, lifting the belly button, and then roll it back down. So the inhale, we roll up, holding the breath at the top, and exhale, we roll down. So combining a little breathing exercise, inhale, roll up, with strength and stretch. Hold at the top, feeling the strength from behind our body, and roll it down. Exhale. One more, inhale up. Hold. Lift a little higher. And roll it back down. Stretch out the left leg. Bring the right leg up. Squeeze it into the chest. And then keeping your hand on your knee, or maybe you want to grab that big toe. Let's stretch up through that heel with a little tug here. Again, stretching out the back of the legs. Left hand can come to left hip. And then if you want to drop the knee or the whole leg out to the right side, our eyes can gaze to the left. the right hand reaches out. I have a wall, so I'm going to grab the knee and bring it across the body for a twist. Knee goes to the left, across the body, eyes go to the right, to that right hand that's palm up, and then close the eyes. Slowly untwist, bring the left knee up and stretch out the right leg. See if you can rest on the floor. Grabbing the left big toe or the knee. First we stretch it out. Slight tug on the toe. If you extend it, stretching out the back of that left leg. Staying with the breath. And then dropping the left leg to the left. Eyes can go to the right and close. Bring that leg back up. Switch hands. Left leg, left arm extends. And then bring the left knee or leg across the body. Eyes gaze to the left this time for this twist. Also getting another stretch across that left hip. And hold. Taking the time for these long holds and stretches. Let those fascial planes slide past each other. Get a little release and relief from the tightness that we hold. Go ahead and bring both knees back to the chest. Wrap your arms around your shin. Lift your nose, your head. Curl into a ball. Give yourself that hug, that love. Squeeze tight. And then let's stretch all the way out to Shavasana. Arms and legs can come off the mat. Feet fall open. Palms face up. Face is relaxed. With the first out breath, feel your body sinking into the mat. Feeling the release, the warmth, the heaviness. Noticing what relaxation feels like. I'm going to read this to you one more time, and then I'll mind the time as you relax into Shavasana. Being present to the moment. Miracles are unexpected joys, surprising coincidences, unexplainable experiences, astonishing beauties. Absolutely anything that happens in the course of my day, except at this moment, I'm able to recognize its special value. Absolutely anything. Miracles are constantly occurring around us. Serendipities abound in daily life. The issue is not that these miracles are absent. The issue is that often we are absent. We are standing on a hill of diamonds and we are looking for the gold mine beyond the next ridge. As we reclaim ourselves, we begin to notice the extraordinariness of the ordinary. We quit thinking about being present and we start doing it. Thank goodness I have walked in circles long enough to wear the soles of my shoes so thin that the diamonds on which I stand can now get my attention. So allow yourself to breathe, let go, and deeply relax as I mind the time. Encourage you to stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you can. Maybe another 5, 10, 15 minutes. But if you're ready, you can just turn this on off or pause and then come back to the spinal whenever you want. Or if you're ready, bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. As we begin to sense that sacred breath, this aliveness in us, there to ground us whenever we want. Then stretching those hands over the head, we stretch out, give the spine a wiggle, roll to the right side, resting your head on your upper arm, bringing your knees toward your chest as we pause here in gratitude. Gratitude for this life. And all your blessings that are individual to your life. What are your everyday miracles? Then pushing yourself back up to that seated position. This time we bring our hands to our heart. We'll take 3 breaths together as we close our practice. We inhale through the nose. And on the exhale, I invite you to make some sound in ooh and oh, ah, or an om. Ah. Only you can hear yourself, make some noise. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Go ahead and work yourself to an Om. That light in me, that spirit honors that in every single one of you. I see you as an everyday miracle. Namaste. And I am happy to say, I will see you on Thursday in just 2 days. Okay, bye-bye.